Today I'm introducing my secret weapon in all good things in life. You may have seen Elias in a previous video. We actually did one. We ran into each other at Marinakos,
yeah.
and we were talking about stone. But this is Elias with GMC Landscapes. He is literally the reason that I can create what I create in this world. And you're building a custom shed.
Yes.
You're ripping out everything.
Gonna rip out everything here. Yeah.
And this is one of those projects where we've talked it through for months now.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been talking for months. About this project.
There's going to be a lot of amazing things unfolding, and also the custom studio.
Yes.
Which is amazing because then you can come over for meetings.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be
be warm in there.
It's going to be warm in there.
Yeah.
We're looking at some really fun options. And then I was actually texting Elias when we were picking out the door.
Yeah, that door price, it was really good. I think it was a steal.
It was a steal.
It was a steal.
And what's great about a custom shed, a custom studio, is you get to make all those decisions. So if this door is 3 inches taller than normal,
yeah, we're just gonna fit it in there.
We just fit it in there, and Elias makes it happen for me. We're just starting a demo today. We're probably gonna, how long? 4 days of demo?
At least 4 days of demo.
Okay.
4 or 5 days.
Yeah, because we've got a big scope of work that we are tackling. My gosh.
Yeah, we're excited. We're excited to turn this whole place into like a dream for you.
Yeah, and I think what's fun is it's actually going to reflect more of who I am as a designer too.
Yeah, it's going to show your background.
Yeah, and what's really, it's pretty funny. Elias pulled up this morning and I like ran out there. I was so excited. And Brian was like, you got to get out of the house. You're pacing. But it's really, it's so special to do this for so many years and to finally have it be in my garden.
Yeah.
It's
here. So it's just around the corner. It will happen really soon. So yeah, we're excited.
In case you're interested, all of his information will be in the description below. Should we do an announcement? I would like to introduce you to my contractor for the 2026 Northwest Flower and Garden Festival.
Yay.
Elias and I are teaming up. We've got plans.
We got plans for that.
Gorgeous garden. Potentially water feature.
Yay.
Stay tuned. This is not only like the magic man for my garden and the gardens I create, but also for the flower show. So, and that's coming up in February. You guys, you're going to see Elias like every week on the channel for the next 4 months.
Yeah. Well, it's an honor to be with you.
Yeah.
So, and to share the space. It's just going to be an honor for us. So we're really excited and looking forward for 2026.
I know. And it's an honor to have you in my home. Like this is the blessing, is this man and his crew. So I'm going to get going and I'm going to let you guys get to work and we're going to start cutting in some beautiful progress because you guys, the upper garden is already half torn out. I'm just being informed that they uncovered some treasures yesterday. So let's see what they found. What did you find? Oh my gosh. Okay, side yard progress. Holy. So this is all of the grass being removed. And I don't think we ever knew that the path was this wide. Actually, we thought it was like this little baby path here. And then this was covered in grass and it didn't even pick up. I thought it just like picked up down there. But do you see how bizarre this is? Like, why on earth would you run your pathway straight into a lilac? Doesn't make a lot of sense. So the crew brought their jackhammer today, and this pathway is going. Okay, and then everything here got stripped out as well. I have really sandy soil, as you know. So actually like this for a day's worth of work, this was one guy and he got all of this demoed. I'm going to see if we can give away those pavers on our local Buy Nothing group, see if somebody wants them. And today we're actually going to shift focus to the lower stair area, the stairs of death, and getting that area prepped because what we've decided to do is we've decided to redo those stairs and then we also need to redo the parking pad below it because it's so inundated with weeds and we need to be able to park a work truck down there. We also discovered 18 million pavers here. Like, I don't even know why we had this many pavers. They were just like buried beneath the grass. So every time we were digging, another one would be discovered. They were like random in here too. And I wonder if maybe they placed them thinking they would do cute little steppers over to the like tiny patio. Who the heck knows? But all that to say, grass is gone, and things, of course, are looking worse before they look better. I will be back at the end of the day. We'll do another walkthrough, and we will get to see what took place today. But as Elias said yesterday, we're anticipating about 4 days of demo just to get everything cleared, everything out of here, and set the stage for putting it back together. Quick recap of day 2 of demo. I was, again, busy all day. We're in a massive design phase of a new project, but all of the grass got cleared out. They did an insane amount of debris running to the waste transfer station. And then, you guys, what time is it? It is not even 9 o'clock, and we have our old pathway jacked up. It's looking so, so good. One of our guys is working over there right now. They got all of that grass removed. I'm going to take you down and show you the new location of the studio, because that is demoed as well. Next updates. By the way, if you have hummingbirds at your house and you're doing a project, they sound the alarm. They're not happy with me today. They're like giving me the low buzz. But this is the new site of the studio, and everything is cleared out. As you can see, this is kind of untouched soil, so it's insanely sandy. And we've got drip line here for my beautiful oak leaf hydrangeas. So I think this weekend, I'm gonna set to work on rehoming some of these little items, but this is where the new studio is gonna go. And I think it's gonna be just like perfect, perfect, perfect. And it will go back to about right here. So don't think we're gonna have this like skinny tiny. It's gonna be back here, just enough to like make setbacks, all that good stuff. I know some of you are jealous because you have hard compact clay, which is also another beast. This, I will look, we cannot hold moisture in our soil to save our lives. And so when we redo the garden, I have some interesting thoughts in terms of how I can really work with our existing site conditions and different things that I can pull in. And I'm having this moment where I'm really thinking about how much forcing I'm doing when I'm doing landscaping. And instead, how much can I really work with what is there and make a dream around my site conditions and make some really smart choices there. So stay tuned. I've got some good ideas. But what it does mean is demo is insanely fast. The guys can dig so easily through it. So I think they're going to be cooking right along. This is already a transformation. So welcome to places you never see. This is the actual bunker. In Seattle in the 40s, they built a ton of these cinder block garages, and they are built to withstand a hurricane, like an earthquake, any natural disaster, and I swear this thing will still be standing. However, it is ugly as sin. It is not anything I want to look at. We're never down here. It's not even a functional garage because it's so short. But what I think this will actually become is a place to park a work car. So it's not on the street in front of our house, because that's a big deal when you have work vehicles, where you're going to safely put them. But then the other thing is we're actually considering running an electric charging station down here as well. So we're putting in the infrastructure for one day we can have charging down here at our home. But one of the main things is, as you can see, it's just like a patch of gravel and dirt. And this has been kind of the bane of our existence, in the sense that it constantly has weeds. It's constantly covered in leaves. You can't even like blow it off without creating a dust storm. It's the worst. So we're actually going to prep this as a parking pad, and I'm selecting a drivable paver. So this is a paver that will withstand the weight of a car, and we're going to actually pave this area and integrate it into our step run up to the cut flower garden, or at least what was the cut flower garden. That's the backside of the bunker deck. So like when you're up there, it feels like cute and like kind of a place you want to be. But from this side, we're disguising disasters. So all that to say, for those of you who are curious, this is like the very backside of what our house looks like. And as you can see, the kind of like the fight against bindweed. It just continues, but every day we get closer to winning. So, and also what's really nice is, do you see this beautiful green screen of the Taxus? It's made a huge difference because literally we're right across the alley from construction. All right, friends, I'm gonna go to work. I've got a ton to accomplish, contractor meetings, design work, scheduling, but I will check in with you at the end of the day because these guys are moving so fast. And this morning, it's just one guy, and then the rest of the crew should be here in about an hour. Good morning, my friends. I am starting my day off with a to-do list from Elias. Now, a few of these things we were able to get accomplished yesterday, and it's now Sunday, and we're doing the rest. So I want to run over the to-do list. And essentially, when I got together with Elias on Friday, he knows Brian and I are very capable. We're so happy to do these things. And the other thing is, I told him, I was like, I want you to stay in your zone of genius. So if there are menial tasks that I can accomplish and you stay focused on pavers, pathways, foundation for the new studio, I want you there. I want to be your grunt labor. So here is our to-do list. Item number 1 is getting rid of all of the vines behind us, which we have done. We had kiwi vines and wisteria growing down to actually touch the top of the oak leaf hydrangeas. This thing is massive. It needed just incredible amounts of taming, but we got it done. And now we have a huge pile of brush that hopefully we're going to get to the transfer station today. All right, next thing. He asked if we would do a seriously hardcore trim on all of the ivy. Side note, when you do ivy, wear a mask, wear long sleeves, which is why I have my long sleeves in action today, because ivy will kick off an irritant and it'll just like get into your nose and your systems. And so I try to use as much protection as possible when I work with ivy. So we are going to cut that and bag it. Next, the top stair of that we're going to be setting for the new stairs, the no longer stairs of death. At the very top, we had this little tiny rickety galvanized gate. And he asked if we could get rid of that because those posts are actually going to impede where we want to set the base layer for our top step. And the reason I know this is because I've actually dug down next to them. And these suckers are big. We're talking 2.5, 3 feet deep. And it's a whole, and they used a ton of concrete. Like they went for broke with this. So we're going to get that out of the way. And so we aren't undermining that step when we go to remove the rest of the galvanized fence. And I don't think we have the money to do the galvanized fence right now. We had to make some cuts and some decisions, and the studio took place and the greenhouse that took precedent over the fence. Next item on the to-do list is actually to get rid of all of the irrigation down here. This is all stuff that we had run, and it's not going to be hard to do. It's just going to be time consuming. We're going to see if we can keep several lengths of the drip tape because it is in great condition and it can be used to repair, future projects, the veggie garden up front. It can be reused for a variety of purposes, but it's going to take time to get all this out. I am now saving the most difficult item on our to-do list for last. Essentially, we are doing a new pathway leading to the stairs to go down to the alley, and it's going to be metal edged, and we're going with like a really awesome compact gravel. The only issue there is I also want 2 pathways coming through the former cut flower garden to the studio. Now, originally, I was going to have Elias come back maybe in the middle of winter and do it because, you don't need to worry about frozen ground. But he's like, Kate, if we can do all these pathways at the same time, it is going to save you a ton of money. It's going to save us a ton of time. We are going to reduce the risk of damaging other parts of the project. So can we please do it right now? I said yes. And that means that the cut flower garden needs to come down. So one of my main tasks today is to start cutting every blooming flower here, bringing them into vases, covering my house with flowers, and we're going to start demo down here in these rows. Here's how I'm going to start it. I'm going to do the zinnia row first, and then I'm going to skip to the end, and I'm going to do the blueberry row. So those 2 rows are going to go first. After I get that accomplished, I'm going to then start working through my dahlias. My goal, I don't know if this is going to work, but my goal is to actually take my dahlias and start placing them. I'm going to demo some of my veggies up front, and I'm going to plunk some of the dahlias up there just to live on until our first hard frost, our first killing frost. And the reason I want to do that is actually for the health of the tubers, so that next year I can start plunking them down within garden beds in their more permanent location. I have an insane amount of work to do today, and I don't know if I'm going to get it all accomplished, but we are going to give it our best. So let's hit it. So Brian was able to get these posts out. Oh my gosh, the hole was so deep. But what's funny is when we actually measured this, it's like 6 feet wide. So we actually really needed to get rid of that in order to properly work on the new stairs heading down to the alley. And here we are, mountain of debris from yesterday. Holy. And if we have time today, we are going to get this off to the transfer station because, again, grunt work that we can do that I do not need Elias and his crew worrying about. Look at this random little cutie. I'm going to go ahead and save these dried calendula seed pods for next year. This is a variety called Ivory Prince, and I really, really loved growing these. Friends, here we are, end of the weekend. The crew returns tomorrow. I didn't quite get the entire list done for Elias, but we checked off demoing this first row. That was his big priority. We started into the second row, and then the last row is done. So that's really good. We got most of the ivy. We got about half the wall done. That's good. We got the entire kiwi and wisteria row done. So check, check. And we have all the main irrigation lines done. I just have to pull a little bit more drip tape. So that ticks the boxes for almost the major, I would say those were his high priority items. Oh, I almost forgot. We got the gate taken down. So I think we're going to leave it here. I'm going to be back at it tomorrow. I'm probably going to be working alongside the crew, which is kind of exciting. I will see you in the next one. In the meantime, get out there and say hello to your garden for me. Bye now.